Today we're going to be making this Babylon Bicone beaded ring that pairs perfectly with the Babylon Bicone beaded bracelet. The width on top of the ring matches the width of the bracelet, and the crystal also sits up away from the skin so it will not rub. The band tapers down for a comfort fit. Let's look at our supplies and begin. You will need one 6mm bicone crystal, along with size 15 seed beads, size 11 seed beads, and size 8 seed beads. I'm going to use Wildfire and .006 with the size 12 beading needle. Let's begin with 6 feet of thread on our needle. Start by picking up 12 of the size 8 seed beads and bring them down to the middle of your thread and needle back through all these beads one more time. Pulling your thread together and then needle into one more bead. Pull this together for my start. Picking up one more size 8 seed bead, needle into 3 more of your size 8 seed beads and pull your thread through. Again, picking up one size 8 seed bead, needling into the next 3 seed beads. Pull it tight so the bead pops into place. Picking up one more size 8 seed bead and needling into the next 3. Picking up one more size 8 seed bead and coming into the next 3. I'm going to skip the one here on the end and come up 3 more seed beads just to make sure this little bezel for the crystal is tight. I'm going to take the point closest to the tail and point it away from myself. And now I'm ready to put on my bicone. I'll pick up one size 15, one 6mm bicone, and another size 15 seed bead. Coming out here, I'll come over here to this side and through 3 of the seed beads before that point. Pulling it tightly, it will allow this crystal to sit up on top. Skipping the bead on the end, needle into the next 3 seed beads. I want the crystal to have even tension, so I'm going to come back through it, but first I'm going to come down these 3 seed beads on this side, skipping the one on the end, come up the next 3 size 8 seed beads. And now just needle back through your 15, bicone, and 15, and pulling it tight. Your thread should be exiting here and the tail over here to your side. Now go ahead and come through this bead on the point, and we're ready for the next step. You will begin by picking up 1 15, 1 11, 2 of the size 8s, 1 more 11, and 1 more 15. With this on your needle, come into the next point. Repeating the pattern and coming into the next point. And do that for all 4 of the points on your little bezel, and the last one coming into the point that you started with. Continue by needling through 1 15, 1 11, and 1 size 8. Picking up 1 size 11, needle through all the beads here along the edge until you're exiting the size 8 right here. Picking up one more size 11, go ahead and needle through the beads all along this edge until you're coming out one of the size 8s right here. Just repeating by putting a size 11 in each corner and coming through all the seed beads until you're exiting the 8. Picking up our last one, I'm going to go ahead and needle down this edge one more time. I'm going to turn the work of my hand, needling through my beads up to the size 8 right here. Now I'm going to add a right angle weave unit on that point by picking up 3 of my size 8 seed beads and coming back through the size 8. Now we're going to needle around the edge until we get to this point and repeat the process. I needled along the edge until I came to the size 8 seed bead on this point here. I'll pick up 3 more of my size 8 seed beads, needling back through it in the direction opposite of my tail to add a right angle weave unit. Now come into your first size 8 of the right angle weave unit and the next one. Now working with our size 11 seed beads, go ahead and pick up 5 and come into the size 11 that's here on the corner. I'm going to needle down the edge of the ring until I'm exiting the 11 down here at the end. Picking up 5 more of the size 11 seed beads, coming to the point here on your right angle weave unit. 5 more size 11 seed beads, and come into the size 11 here on your corner. Now I'm just coming through the beads along the edge, needling down to this last 11. Picking up 5 more size 11 seed beads and coming into the tip of the right angle weave unit. And I'm going to take my thread and retrace this right angle weave unit . Now that I've come back around my right angle weave unit, I'm going to needle into these size 8s here by the bicone. I just want to come around the size 8s and to completely secure and lock my thread into place, I'll just retrace the right angle weave unit on this side also. I'm finished with my thread, and I'll go ahead and trim it off. To finish the band, go ahead and move your needle to the other thread that you have attached to your ring. You'll be exiting between 2 of the size 8 seed beads, and pull on your thread so you know which direction you're going. I'll needle through the next 2 size 8 seed beads here, my next 3 size 8 seed beads, through just this one here, on the point, coming down here to the tip, I'll needle through one more of the size 8s, turning my work over, and now I'll needle into the one on the very end. Now we're going to be working on the band, which is made up of right angle weave units, and the ditch is filled with size 15s. I'll pick up 3 of my size 8 seed beads and come back through the size 8 that my thread is exiting. Since this is a band, I'd like it to be nice and strong. I'll go ahead and retrace each right angle weave unit that I make. Exiting the bead on the end again, I'll just continue by adding 3 size 8s, coming back through the bead in the direction opposite of my tail, and again retracing each right angle weave unit that I add. For my band, I went ahead and made 9 of the right angle weave units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. This will give me about a 7.5 inch ring. I'm ready to attach the 9th right angle weave unit of my band to the top of my ring. Coming out here, I'll pick up 1 size 8 and needle through this one here on the tip. Pulling it together, picking up 1 more size 8, and coming into the point on this last right angle weave unit that I made. Pulling that all tight. When I retrace this last unit, I'll come through the first size 8, pulling everything tight. And then on the top of the ring, needle through either 11, 8, and 11. Doing this will pull the size 8 seed bead up close to the top of the ring. Just make sure you pull everything tight. I'm going to finish off the edge of the ring with my size 15 seed beads. I'll just pick up 2 15s and come into the point of my next right angle weave unit, filling in this gap all the way along the edge. I'm adding the last 2 15s along this edge of my band, and again at the end I want to come through the 11, the 8, and the next 11. Turning it in my hand, I'm ready to step into the next 8 and just repeat by adding 2 size 11s along this edge also. I'm adding the last 2 11s down this edge, coming into the size 8. To finish off my thread, I'm going to come through the 3 seed beads here, and start retracing my right angle weave units in the band. By completely retracing the right angle weave unit, you'll lock your thread into place for a secure finish. And if you want to, you could certainly add a half hitch knot, pulling it tight and hiding the end in the bead. Go ahead and trim off your tail. I really enjoyed sharing this pattern for the Babylon Bicone beaded ring. I hope you enjoyed, and as always, have a beautiful day.